Appreciate everybody tapping in tonight. Mikey T, the movie star, on live. We're going to be talking about the whole Keefe D situation tonight. A lot of people saying Keefe D walked himself into this. We're going to address some of the. Let me get my audio set up, you guys. We're going to address the comments made about Tupac by Hassan Campbell. That's right, you guys. I have quite a bit to go over tonight, man. Quite a bit to go over tonight. So hit that like button when you're coming here. You know what to do. Drop your city and state. Let me know what city and state you're all tapping in from tonight. So Hassan said something that just it made me really question this dude once again, and we're gonna get into it. Hassan said, after all these years of Keefe D bragging and boasting all over the internet of how they rocked Tupac's snot box, they turned his TV off, hit him in the head with the why now? Why now? Why do they announce all the over the media when New York is getting hit with a crazy storm, when people can't even walk through the streets? Why now? Why arrest Keefe D now when he already had immunity? First of all, I just want to say that myself, and the entire America have a problem with the way that you started your video, Hassan Campbell. You little coward. You couldn't wait to jump on the internet and use the word Tupac or use the phrase snotbox rocked in the same sentence. Yo, Hassan Campbell, you're clout chasing Tupac Shakur. Tupac Amaru Shakur, the shining sun, the shining serpent. What does Hassan Campbell stand for? Does it stand for the shining serpent? Because that's what Tupac stands for. You couldn't wait to use those two phrases in the same sentence. So we all have a problem with the way that you started your video, Hassan Campbell. Everybody in here, hit that like button one time. Let me know what city and state you're tapping in from. You couldn't wait to do that, Hassan. We all know it. How dare you use Snotbox Rocked next to a legend's name? And then you're going to say, Shed So Many Tears is my favorite song. You're going to say it's the soundtrack to my life. But you're talking like that to Tupac? You're talking like that about Pac? You know, I don't know what is wrong with you. I don't know what's wrong with you, Hassan. You've got some sort of mental issues. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. It was So Much Pain. That was your favorite song, right? That was your favorite Pac song. You're a Vic, Hassan. You're a Vic. And you know what? Your favorite song should actually be Brenda's Got a Baby. Your favorite song should be Brenda's Got a Baby. I'm sorry, boo. I don't got the 500. That should be your song, Hassan. Brenda's got a baby. A damn shame that boy can hardly spell his own name. That's not my problem. That's not my problem. That's up to Hassan's family. In the words of Tupac, that's not my problem. That's up to Hassan's family. Listen, Hassan, I don't like the way you started off your video. I thought you were going to go on there. I thought you were going to cover the news. Keefe D arrested. But you had to throw in all that extra bullshit, didn't you? So Hassan said, here it is, Tupac, arguably the greatest rapper ever in my book. He's my number one. Tupac, may he rest in peace. All these people who claim to love Tupac, they're supposed to be gangbangers, Hassan said. All these dudes sat back for all these years, and you mean to tell me they listened and watched Keefe D brag about what he did to Tupac and didn't nobody retaliate? That's what Hassan Campbell said, you guys. So here's my whole thing with this part. Bro, you're over here talking about didn't retaliate. Like, yo, bro, why do you always expect people to slide? Let me tell you something, dumbass. You do realize when Tupac died, Biggie got killed shortly thereafter. Do you hear what I'm saying? Do you not remember what happened in the history of hip hop? You sound dumb. Are we just going to pretend? Are we just going to pretend we don't know what was going on? Are you not in tune, Hassan? Hassan, how about you go read Greg Kading's book? Oh, that's right. Hassan doesn't read books. Hassan doesn't read books. That's cool. I do. I read books, Hassan. You're stupid. You do realize most of the dudes that slid from the Outlaws actually died, right? You do get that, right, Hassan? Do you follow that in the history of hip hop? Do you remember Gaddafi? Do you remember Gaddafi, Hassan? You don't know him, Hassan? He's from Jersey. He got busy. R.I.P. to him. He probably still gets busy somewhere. Tupac, he rolled with killers. That's real. Hussein Fatal, do you know about Hussein Fatal from New Jersey? Hussein Fatal from New Jersey would have smacked the shit out of you, Hassan Campbell, if he was alive and you released that video. Let's just be real. If no one else on the internet is going to say it, I get it. Math Hoffa doesn't know these people. I get it. Some of these other bloggers, they don't know these people. But I'm letting y'all know. I know hip-hop history. Hassan Campbell, Hussein Fatal would have smacked fire out of you for mentioning Pac's name. Moving on. Hussein Fatal, from your favorite gang, the Bloods. Yeah, he would have slapped the shit out of you. So don't talk to me about where are all the people that would have slid for Tupac. They're dead. And there's way more people, actually. There's actually fans that would slide for Tupac. But we can't say the same about you, Hassan. Hassan, why are you fronting like Tupac wasn't a father figure to you? Why are you fronting like Pac wasn't a father figure for you, Poppy? Hit that like button if you're in here. He's more than a rapper. Pac was more than a rapper, especially to you, Poppy. He raised you. Tupac showed you it was okay to cry. You probably listened to Dear Mama, Hassan, and you probably started crying. Tough guy. Tough guy Thice. I shortened his name, y'all. We're calling him Thice. Yo, Hassan, you're making a video talking about Tupac. You're on a video talking about Pac, and your hat doesn't match your shirt. Your clothing, it doesn't match. Hello, Susio Hassan Campbell voice. Your clothing, it doesn't match, geez. Lord have mercy. One, your clothes don't match. And two, you use the word Tupac and Snotbox Rocked. And then you say, he's my favorite rapper. If he was, you would never address him in such a disrespectful tone. And if he's your favorite, right? And you're so gangster, why didn't you slide, Hassan? Why didn't you slide? I know what you're going to say. I already know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say, why am I gonna slide? I'm not MOB. I'm not Pyru. It's not my job to slide. That's what Hassan Campbell's gonna say. That's your excuse, you little bitch. This is Mikey T's next question to you, killer. Why didn't you slide when Biggie died then, Hassan? Huh? You're from the East Coast, right? Right? You're from the East Coast, right? Why didn't you go looking for Suge Knight or anyone from Death Row in Cali? Why didn't you, Hassan? Why didn't Hassan go back to Cali? Why didn't you? Why didn't you go slide for Biggie? Since he wants to talk all this tough killer shit. Oh, let me guess, Hassan, you didn't fuck with Biggie. He was whack to you. MOP was better, right, Hassan? MOP was your favorite rappers because they was the realest, right? Shout out to MOP. Hassan, MOP would have robbed your bitch ass. They don't respect you, fam. They don't respect you as a man. They don't respect you as a fan. MOP would have never got assaulted and not slid. So before you ask any questions, Hassan, why didn't you slide on Bambaataa? That's what we want to see. We want to see you crash out on Bambaataa instead of crying about it. Instead of crying about the 50th year anniversary. Instead of crying about Fat Joe in the museum. Do something about it. You always want everybody else to crash out. We all got shit to live for, homie. We all got shit to live for. There's a reason we don't crash out. Hassan said, see, when you come from the streets and you're a get busy dude and you got all these friends around you, these type of situations make you reevaluate life and all the people around you. I'm sure Hassan has gotten caught up in quite a bit of situations like that when he went out, like how I exposed his ass going out to the block to support his homies, and then he got caught up and had to get run inside of the chicken spot. This dude couldn't even chill on the block for longer than 10 minutes before he got ran inside the Chinese store to go get some food. That's what type of sucker Hassan Campbell is. This dude could never go to any of the projects, any of the boroughs, outside of New York, inside of New York. He couldn't go to a nightclub until his older brother got out of jail. What kind of shit is that? Have you ever been to the greenhouse, Hassan Campbell? Have you ever popped a bottle there? Have you ever gone in the club and said what up to Ashanti like one time in your life? What are you living for, homie? I had to throw that in there, you guys. There was a time that I was in the club at the same time as Ashanti. It was her birthday. You know, I had to go say what's up. That's just how I do. We had a couple bottles of rosé. Yeah, when we go to the club, we pop bottles of rosé. So Hassan says, everybody screams how much they love Tupac. But when that man hit the casket, no retaliation. Hassan said the streets ain't for everybody. That's why they made, I got to put my weed out for this one. The streets ain't for everybody. That's why they made the sidewalks. When you play in these streets, remember the streets don't love you. Does that sound familiar? Does that sound familiar? Jacking my lingo much, Poppy? Hold up, man. Okay. You like the way I talk nice. I get it, Poppy. The streets ain't for everybody. That's why they made sidewalks. Really, Hassan? All right, bro. All right, man. You know what? Do you want to know what they made for you, Hassan? Does everybody in the chat want to know what they made for Poppy? This is what they made for you. Neither the streets nor the sidewalks, Hassan. Poppy, you're in the bike lane. Ring, 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 ring. Hassan, you're in the bike lane. Don't forget your bell on the handlebar. You heard? Because I know you like to eat those red lights just so you can ring the bell at the pedestrians, homie. Ring, ring. That's Hassan Campbell. You're a clown. They made bike lanes for people like you. Actually, specifically for you. The streets and the sidewalks are not for you, Poppy. Put your helmet on. Grab your knee pads, elbow pads. Remember, Poppy. Remember, Haas. Safety first. But let me guess, Hassan, the streets, they love you, right? The streets love you, right? You're a dummy when you say stuff like the streets don't love Tupac. Tupac's music is still played today. It's obvious. It's obvious the people love Tupac. It's obvious the streets have love for Tupac. You, Hassan, want to be Tupac. You want to be a Black Panther revolutionary. You want to start some type of movement, you know what I mean? And then you do this BS and you tie Tupac into the flood. You tie Tupac's death into a flood conspiracy theory because we happen to get a lot of rainfall. I see what you're doing, man. And I called it a long time ago. Your channel is all clickbait. You know what I mean? It's a clickbait, throw a rapper's name on the headline, and then you actually log into the video and you're rambling about conspiracy theory bullshit. Yo, the NASA satellites created the floods. I'm off that Tupac topic now. Why are they waiting to reveal Tupac's killer now? Because they want to cover up the floods. Come on, wake up, people. Hassan, that is not why. Are you stupid? The stuff you say, Hassan, it's got me thinking like, yo, your dealer, your guy, he pulls up to you on the block and he's like, soft or hard? When your plug pulls up on you, he says, soft or hard? Which one would you like tonight, Poppy? I got them both tonight. You can buy two and you get one free, but you got to buy two. Inflation, you know, Poppy. Inflation, man. We got to get this money. Oh, where's my charger? Hit that like button if you're in here, man. And let me know what city and state you're tapped in from. We're live tonight. Soft or hard, Poppy? What do you want, Poppy? Soft or hard? Two, buy two, get one free, Poppy. It's inflation. But with Hassan, you guys, I'm going to say hard. I don't think you're a soft guy. If I had to guess, I'm going to say Hassan is with the hard. You know what I mean? If I'm going to take a guess. So Hassan said, that's what he said. I was on ice. The man said I was on ice. The man doesn't understand. Go check out that video if you want to see my response to that. Harlem, New York was popping. Harlem, New York in the building. Appreciate you tapping in. So Hassan said, oh shit, come on, man. Smoking on that fire tonight. If anybody's wondering. So let's take a look at this. Another inaccurate statement made by Hassan Campbell. He's talking about why Keefe is doing all of these interviews. That's why a dude can get on TV and brag and boast around the world about what he did. And the reality of it is, you can somewhat tell it wasn't about the lights with Keefe and him wanting attention. He understood what he did. And I think somewhere inside of Keefe he was looking for redemption. He knew them people was going to come for him. No, Hassan. No, no, Hassan. He was looking for exactly what you're looking for. Keefe was looking for the exact same thing that you were looking for, Hassan. Clout. Clout. He was looking for exactly what you're looking for. The same reason that you're on the internet saying Tupac's snapbox rocked. That's exactly what he's looking for. Clout, my man. And don't question the timing of things. First of all, if the feds give you immunity, there's no limit to the immunity. And I heard you say that too, man. 20 years passed. 20 years passed. The feds give you immunity. You have immunity. Could it be possible that they needed one final piece to the puzzle and they finally just got it? Did that ever occur to you, Hassan? That a lot of corruption was going on? Did that ever occur to you? Or did you just want to jump on your computer? You know what I mean? You just couldn't wait, you know what I mean, to hear your Sucio voice on the internet saying something just ain't right. No, Hassan, everything is good. Everything is fine. The Weather Channel literally told you 5 days in advance there will be lots of rain. This is not a conspiracy. Hassan, do me a favor. Go to theweatherchannel.com. This is not some elaborate scene to flood, scheme to flood New York City. What kind of absurd shit are you putting on the internet, homie? What is wrong with you? Oh, Hassan, you got it all figured out. Hassan, you got it all figured out. But you really sound like a moron. You don't practice what you preach, and that's why I don't respect you as a man. You're fake as fuck. I'd never follow you. I'd never dress the way you dress. Point being, nobody wants to be you. Nobody wants to be you. Hassan said even though the man wasn't supposed to be charged with this crime because somewhere down the line there was others that played the part on and sanctioned this hit. That was higher ups that happened to Tupac. So they allowed Keefe to be in the streets. Who's they, Hassan? What do you mean they? I don't speak in code. I know who he's talking about, though, you guys. He's talking about the Illuminati, right? He's got to be talking about the Illuminati. That's who. You know what? It doesn't matter what you believe, Hassan. It doesn't even matter if Keefe is not the real killer. I mean, shit, with your logic, what if Tupac really faked his death? Did you see the actual body, Hassan, since you want to do the conspiracy theorist shit? Now I'll do the conspiracy theorist shit. Tupac is in Cuba chilling. I said it. Now, do I sound crazy? Good. Good, because I want to sound like Hassan Campbell. I'm glad I sound crazy. We're doing conspiracy theory type shit tonight, right? Pac's in Cuba chilling. And let me ask you something, Hassan. Why didn't you do something for Mutulu Shakur when they let him out of jail since you love Tupac so much? You didn't know they let him out? You didn't know they let him go on the conditional release? Man, I thought you was from the streets, Hassan. Why is a white boy telling you this? You're a clown, man. Do something nice for the family of Tupac. You could actually do something for the estate, do something maybe possibly for the outlaws, do something for somebody. But you know what? The outlaws, those guys have actually changed their lives. You see, Napoleon, he used to be the craziest. You see Napoleon today, he's a real Muslim. You know what I mean? An actual practicing Muslim. What happened, Hassan? Where is the round of applause and acknowledgement from you when somebody's doing something positive with their life? Where's the acknowledgement from you? What happened, Hassan? Nothing. The man's got his life together. Instead, you want him to slide on somebody? Instead, you want him to throw everything out the window. Apparently, that's what you want, Hassan. Just like you wanted Philly to go at it with the Bronx. You wanted Philly to beef with the Bronx and prove who was tougher. That's some weak ass shit you try to put out there, Hassan. You're a disgusting culture vulture. You're worse than Vlad. You know what I mean? You're worse than Vlad TV because Vlad gets too much shit for rappers who want to get on his channel and show off. Honestly, sometimes rappers are dumb. You can say no comment. You know what I mean? Let Haas have got up on Vlad. If Hassan had got up on Vlad, he would have been like, yo, I got 3 bodies. You would have been looking for so much clout on Vlad TV, bragging about them 3 bodies that you did 7 months for. Bragging about them 3 bodies you did 7 months for. 3 bodies? 7 months? Hassan, you only served 7 months. Your time is, your paperwork says you served 7 months. Do you want me to do a 7-month served paperwork party explaining what you went through? I'll do it. Last time I was in Yonkers, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but Yonkers is in the Bronx. Yonkers is in the Bronx, for anybody who be wondering. I got love from over 50 people. I was out there with D Block. I was out there with Benny the Butcher. Hassan Campbell wasn't out there. I was out there with Sheik and Jada Kiss and Street Heat and Millie's and Snipe Life and Shay Davis. I was out there with the gangsters. Hassan Campbell wasn't out there. So miss me with that I'm inside shit. I'm inside when I'm blogging. Otherwise, I'm outside living my life, smoking more weed than you could imagine, chilling with badder bitches than you could fathom. Anyways, so Diddy has also agreed to hand over Bad Boy Records publishing rights to all the artists. I wanted to go over a little bit about this, you guys, because I guess it was reported that several of the artists, if not all the Bad Boy artists, including Faith Evans, Mace, The Lox, 112, the estate of the Notorious B.I.G. I'd have to imagine French Montana's included in that as well. A lot of people, Young Jock, so many different artists from Bad Boy, man. So I want to say congrats to the estate of Biggie. Congrats. It took Diddy 20 years to do the right thing. What am I supposed to do? Clap now? Am I supposed to clap now? What is this, a happy ending? Is the movie ending happily? The big happy story? Come on, get the fuck out of here. You should have did that 10 years ago. How do you got your man's publishing? You know what I'm saying? How you got your man's publishing? You know what I mean? No wonder people be looking at him funny style, like he's corny. He lives off his man's name. And honestly, he's been doing that. And but there's always terms, conditions, and if you breach it, you're popped. You know what I mean? Breach those terms and conditions, you're popped. Look what just happened to Keefe D. The man was on the internet screaming that he had immunity. I mean, shit, you put yourself in that vehicle. I mean, we all know what happens. If you're in a vehicle when a crime of murder is committed, everyone in that car is going to be picked up for murder. So, and there is no statute of limitations on murder. When I say there is no statute of limitations on something, that means they never stop investigating it. So we all heard what happened with Keefe D and the crib. I think it was the crib of his baby mama getting raided. And they allegedly, I don't know what the hell they found, to be honest with you. I'm not going to go into that. I'll go into that on a later date when we have all of that in front of us. And I'm going to be going over some stuff from Keefe D's book as well. But like I said, when the time is right, we'll go over that. But there's terms and conditions that go along with different things. And if you breach that, you're going to be in a big problem. Because right now, Diddy allegedly, along with giving back all the publishing, made all the bad boy artists sign a disclosure. One of the girls from Danity Kane said that they were to sign a disclosure, that where you could not disparage the name of Bad Boy Records in the future. And the girl from Danity Kane was pretty much like, I'd rather just go get a show on Hulu where we could pretty much diss the name of Bad Boy, probably get a bigger deal. Mark Curry had come out and said that those sales weren't worth anything this day and age, you guys. So like I said, there's always terms and conditions, man. And so Aubrey, I believe her name was, and honestly, we all kind of know about Danity Kane, but not really. I think they had like 2 albums. They were a little bit more successful than Day 26. But the purpose is for people like honestly like that. People, all the artists that want to run their beak, you know? So Diddy has a document that entitles him a key to their mouth. You can't talk. I got a key to your mouth. No freaky. But Danity Kane girl didn't want to sign that. I'm not sure if any of the other bad boy artists didn't want to sign that. You know what I mean? We could end up seeing a bad boy, surviving bad boy documentary or something, but that's what Diddy wants to make sure doesn't happen. Because, with his son's rising celebrity, there could be a bad boy 3.0. So Mark Curry had said, what the F is the publishing worth now? Yeah, I mean, look, 20 years ago, the publishing may have been worth thousands of dollars yearly. Now you got to imagine that the checks have really dried up to the point where they're just insignificant. Obviously, some of the other music, like Mace's music, Biggie's music, possibly some of the Young Jock music, possibly some of the Danity Kane stuff, or some of the band stuff could potentially be used in films, could potentially be used in commercials. That is the purpose of actually owning the rights to your stuff, so you could eventually go and shop it in the future. Sometimes we'll see some of this music end up, granted, others have more movie releases than some, like French Montana. Obviously, he has more pop and music right now that would be featured in movies. But if you can work your shit to the right network, I don't know what these people's publishing is worth, but the one thing is, like, why do you want to keep bad mouthing the guy after you got your publishing? That's my thing with Mark Curry. It's like, why do you want to keep bad mouthing him now after you got the publishing? Just take what he gave you, take your money, sit in a corner and count your money. Mind your business. You know what I mean? He was on Bad Boy for Life. Y'all remember Bad Boy for Life? I never really liked the song. It was a little bit too rock and rollish for me. It was a little annoying. It was kind of funny in the middle when Ben Stiller popped up and he was like, "Oh, Papa Diddy Pop, 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 Papa Diddy Pop," and that's when they actually made the whole name, the name change, the swap to Diddy. And then he followed, I want to say he followed up Bad Boy for Life with Diddy. Somebody in the chat correct me if I'm wrong, and y'all let me know what city and state you're tapped in from. So the Notorious B.I.G.'s publishing, Little Cease had called in and said that Diddy bought Biggie's publishing, I guess, for $200K in 1995 because Biggie was broke despite having a gold hit with Juicy. So I believe what Little Cease is saying. I wouldn't take that's one of the most closest associates to Biggie you're ever going to get. You know what I mean? He's one of those people, he's not going to lie. He has no reason to. He's actually still junior mafia. He can still get money with them. People weren't getting deals like that in 1995 either. You know what I mean? It had to really be someone major. People were getting signed, but it was for like chump change. I mean, you remember what it was depicted that Biggie got signed for in the Notorious film, $60,000. So honestly, the publishing for 200K, you know what I mean? That's nearly 4 times that check, you know? So my whole thing with this is, why is this really an announcement? You know what I mean? You know, like why this is trending now. This is viral, right? What do y'all want? He should have done this 10 years ago. You know what I mean? And that's what really irritates everyone about this, I think, when they really think about it. It makes everyone like roll their eyes when they look at it. It's like, oh, this motherfucker, man. What happened? Would you run out of classic beats to sample? What happened, homie? What happened to you? That was your formula, and eventually you just couldn't do your formula anymore, did he? And now what are you doing? Now what are you doing, Diddy? The last joint he produced, you know what I mean? I can't really even name it. What's he really doing now? I honestly feel like Biggie's mom could have bought the publishing back at some point by herself. You know what I mean? So Diddy, come on, man. You know what I mean? Come on, Diddy. That's just ridiculous, man. You know, because of the fact we all know Biggie's music would have Biggie's music has definitely still been playing in music over the last 20 years. You know what I mean? Whatever songs you're going to think about, you know what I mean? Biggie's music really touches that next level, whether it's Hypnotize or whether it's something else, you know? But after 20 years, think he waited after 20 years, then he gives it back. Some people are going to say, but it's too late. You know what I mean? Then it's like no one's going to look at you at the same. After that, no one's really going to look at you the same. I mean, we all remember what happened when Mace literally had to go and confront Diddy at a radio show. You know what I mean? In order to get signed off on. If you don't remember that, go check the video out. Mace literally had to bombard Diddy back in the day. And then when you went on Drink Champs and then said that shit to Fab, Diddy, after you went on Drink Champs and said that shit about Fab, no one is ever going to look at you the same again in life. You know, and please don't ask me in here what he said to that man on Drink Champs. I will not repeat it. Let's just go ahead and move on from this. You know, I've never seen someone more concerned with why someone didn't want to attend their event. You know, the person you wanted to attend your event was actually a smaller artist than you, man. Stop deriding these guys is all I'm saying. Someone doesn't like you, they don't like you. It's whatever. Why are you inviting yourself to a party? Throw your own party. You know what I mean? Throw your own party. Like, what the hell, man? So Faith Evans, that's Biggie's wife. You know what I mean? Biggie's wife. What happened with her? You mean to tell me his wife didn't get no type of money? Come on. But when was her last hit, respectfully? You know what I mean? But that was his wifey. She was allowed to live off of his name. You know what I mean? Not like his herb ass man's. You know what I mean? That took a very, very long time to give up the rights. At least she had music coming out, though, technically, little by little. She was slowly releasing stuff. She was still kind of in the mix. Well, she was trying to be in the mix. I think I remember at one point there was talk of a reunion with Diddy. What single was on that? Does anybody remember what single Faith had made a return to Bad Boy on? Might have been the early 2000s. But she was actually good, I gotta say. She, in all honesty, she just wasn't hot enough. I hate to say it. I hate to say it in that way. She wasn't sexy like that. She just wasn't hot enough. There's nothing to really explain. You know what I mean? And look at it. You know what I mean? Look at it. Her looks, she's like a 5. Y'all got eyes. Y'all can look. And her music, it was good, but it wasn't that crazy. You know what I mean? And she wasn't on a bunch of joints like that. So I don't think it's really her getting her publishing back is really gonna change life for her like that. You know what I mean? Whatever she's on with Big, that's kind of maybe a gray area. I don't really know what's gonna go on with that as far as the publishing works. You know what I mean? That they're gonna have to work that out. So Diddy actually credited Mace instead of the Notorious B.I.G. for saving his career. Diddy had said, "Me and Mace, we're brothers. I got unconditional love for Mace. I don't know if me and Mace will stop arguing. I give thanks to him for helping to launch my career as an artist. But when you're in a group with someone, you're tied to them for life. I always love Mace. I always give thanks to Mace. Me and Mace spoke and had real conversations." Well, let's ask Mace how he feels about you. And he'll probably say, "You're a snake," you know? He'll probably say, "I had to fight for my shit, for my money, for whatever." So, of course, it's not hard feelings from Diddy, but ask Mace how he feels about Diddy, and you'll get a whole other answer. And how do you think all of Biggie's fans are going to feel and be like, "Damn, you were just so happy to be around Mace dancing in them shiny suits your whole career? You're a whole nerd. What, you weren't dancing around? You weren't happy dancing around Biggie? You weren't happy dancing around Biggie? You got to be the person litter than Mace? Is that what it is? You got to be cooler than Mace? You always want to outshine somebody, right, Diddy? Nobody knows you from nothing. They know you from dating and sampling music. Suge Knight been ran down on you a million times. When people think about you, they think soft, is all I'm saying. When I ran into Diddy, he ran the other way. When I met Diddy that day, I made sure to shake his hand. I made sure to let him know who Mikey T, the movie star, was. And now this guy is running around Miami telling cops to eat a dick after he was just sucking up to the cop. That was soft shit. That was soft. That was soft, man. I ain't gonna front. That was soft, man. And you made yourself look like a clown doing that, Diddy. And for anybody at Revolt watching this, eat a dick. Or send a check. So the locks. Oh, 112. 112. Yeah, that's right, Revolt. Send a check. Send a check. 112. Because there ain't nobody on Revolt talking like this. Sorry, Nori. You used my interview, Nori. We'll talk about it the next time I see you. I'll be like, "Yo, Nori, why didn't you give me a credit for that Turk interview when you was basically talking about my shit?" Is what it is. 112. That's where the players dwell. They're finally going to get their money. Holy shit, it's a miracle. I'd never thought we'd see these days, guys. I never thought we'd see these days. 112 was lit as fuck, everything that they were on was a smash. But they kind of ran out quick, let's be real. Them other suckers on them other blogs will keep it sugar coated, but I'll keep it real. They Everything they was on was a smash, but they ran out quick. They just disappeared. And nobody knew what happened to them. Some people get rich too fast, and I don't know. They quit. I don't know. Same thing happened with Mace. Same thing happened with Mace. You know what I'm saying? He got rich quick. Second album, dipped. But yeah, that's what we do here, man. We're talking about the real shit. Hassan Campbell. Listen. So Hassan Campbell says, after all these years of Keefe D bragging and boasting all over the internet of how they rocked Tupac's snot box, they turned his TV off, hit him in the head with the head. Yo, what up? What up? Hit him in the head with the. Why now? Hassan is asking. Why now? Why do they announce all over the media when New York is getting hit with a crazy storm, when people can't even walk through the streets? Why now? Why arrest Keefe D now when he already had immunity? All right, man. Put a turtle emoji up right now if you agree with me. First of all, me, Mikey T, the movie star, and the entire America have a problem with the way you started your video, Hassan. You're a little coward, man. You couldn't wait to jump on the internet and say Tupac and Snotbox rocked in the same sentence. Hassan Campbell, you are clout chasing Tupac Shakur, man. You're clout chasing Tupac Shakur. Tupac Amaru Shakur, the shining sun, the shining serpent. What does Hassan Campbell stand for? The shining serpent? No, because that's what Tupac stands for. You just couldn't wait to use those two phrases in the same sentence. So all of us, we all have a problem with the way you started your video, Campbell Soup. How dare you use Snotbox Rocked next to a legend's name? And then you're going to jump on the internet and say, Shed So Many Tears is my favorite song. It's the soundtrack to my life. But you're talking like that about Tupac? I don't know what is wrong with you, man. You've got some type of mental issues. Excuse me, it was So Much Pain. That was your favorite song, right? That was your favorite Tupac song. You're a Vic. You're a Vic, Hassan Campbell. Your favorite song should be Brenda's Got a Baby. That should be your favorite song. Brenda's Got a Baby. Yeah, that's right. That's your favorite record, Hassan. A damn shame. The boy can hardly spell his name. That's not my. Listen, y'all. Hassan, I'm going off on you tonight, man. You had to jump on this Tupac shit. You had to jump on I thought you was going to come on the internet and report the news. You know what I mean? I don't like the way you started off your video, Hassan. I thought you were going to cover the news, man. Keefe D got arrested, but you had to throw in the extra bullshit, didn't you? You had to throw in the extra bullshit. So listen to this next part, you guys, if you're just tapping in. Hassan said, here it is, Tupac, arguably the greatest rapper ever in my book. He's my number one. Tupac, may he rest in peace. All these people who claim to love Tupac, they're supposed to be gangbangers. All these dudes sat back for all these years, and you mean to tell me they listened and watched Keefe D brag about what he did to Tupac and didn't nobody retaliate? Here's my thing about that part. Bro, you're over here talking about didn't retaliate. Like, yo, Hassan, why do you always expect people to slide? Let me tell you something, dumbass. You do realize when Tupac died, Biggie got killed shortly thereafter, right? Are we just going to pretend? Are we just going to pretend that we don't know the history? Hassan, you're not in tune. Hassan, how about you go read Greg Kading's book? That's right, you don't read. You don't read, do you, Hassan? You don't read. That's not cool, right? Well, I read. I read books, Hassan. And another thing, you do realize the dudes that would slide from the Outlaws, people that would slide from the Outlaws from that new Pac are actually dead, homie. Do you not know your history? Do you remember Gaddafi? You don't know him, Hassan? He's from Jersey. He's from Jersey and he got busy. Rest in peace to him. Tupac rolled with killers, man. Hussein Fatal from New Jersey. Hussein Fatal would have smacked the shit out of you, Hassan Campbell. If you would have released the video you just put out, Hussein Fatal would have smacked fire out of Hassan Campbell. Tell me I'm wrong. He would have smacked the shit out of you, Hassan, if you dropped the video like that. No cap. No cap. Hussein Fatal from your favorite gang, the Bloods, would have smacked fire out of you. You try to disrespect the history. I'm here. I'm going to refresh you. I'm going to refresh your mind. I'm going to give you a refresher course, homie. This dude is a real square, man. I know why you were Bombada's little bitch, because you're a real square. You don't know shit about hip-hop. That's why you was rocking with Tribe, homie. That's why you was rocking with Tribe, homie. You wasn't even really rocking with them, though, geez. Hassan, why are you fronting? Why are you fronting Hassan like Tupac wasn't a father figure to you? Huh? He's more than a rapper. He raised you. He's more than a rapper. He raised you. He was the father you never had. Tupac raised you, homie. Tupac showed you it was okay to cry. You're the type of dude, you listen to Dear Mama, probably started crying, tough guy. And remember, his name has changed. It's Thice now. New name alert. New name alert. Everybody in here, follow me on the gram if you want to follow back. You know we get it popping. I'm going to talk to y'all in the next episode. Peace.